Fellas, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Through waivers, week 2 in the books. Horrible week for me on the predictions again. Was 1-4 the first week, 2-3 last week, 3-7 on the year. I have not gotten a Sean, Omar, Char, Jack, or Sky game correct. 2-0 with Sami, 1-1 for the rest. Winners of the week, Sami and Omar for the first 2 weeks. We're starting the videos this week. Sami and Ben absolutely crushed it this week. I think we're going to really enjoy doing this going forward. We're going to really build some camaraderie around the league. It's a great week to have a week. Let's see what Sami has to say first and foremost. Our winner of the week, the first time we're getting to hear from the winner, the highest scorer. Sami, what do you got to say?
Fellas, Sammy Morse from Rocky Hockey coming at you live on a wonderful Wednesday morning. I'm ready for some more fantasy football dominance. Week 1, yeah, we started a little slow, but guess what? Week 2, I was y'all's highest scorer. You hear that? I heard all of y'all doubting me. I heard y'all doubting my picks, saying Neighbors is shit, saying he has no quarterback to throw, which may be true, but he's good enough to supersede that. I heard y'all talking about how MVH Jr. or whatever his name is, Marvin Harrison Jr. was a reach. Especially after that week 1, y'all were doubting him. But I kept my faith. My team was dominant last week, and it's going to be a long season for the rest of y'all. It's going to be a long season. Let's start from the top. Yeah, Dak Prescott honestly didn't have a good week, but he's saving it for the rest of the year. He's starting slow, so he can pick it up at the end. Breece Hall. He's gonna go on all cylinders throughout the year. And him and his partner in crime, David Montgomery takes it to the house every single game. He's thick. He doesn't need a tush push like Jalen Hurts. He is a tush push in himself. He'll push the entire line in the end zone if he has to. Marvin Harrison Jr., we already touched on him. He is a beast. And George Pickens, even with Justin Fields thrown to him, he can still put up points, even though he only got 4. But he did well last week, and he's going to do well next week. And, man, I even got the highest score with 2 of my players severely underperforming. Kittle's always a dog. I don't even talk about him. Deebo Samuel, with that Christian McCaffrey injury, he's going to get involvement throughout the year. I don't even know when CMC is going to come back, but whatever. Deebo is going to be a dog. He's going to fill in that spot for him. Malik Neighbors, rookie, beauty. And Texans defense, man. I got to take the Houston Texans defense. They heard me shouting from my home and really were encouraged. And not to mention, look at my bench. Rashid Shaheed and DK Metcalf is on the bench. Oh, my goodness. Next week, I'll have to get them into some action. The rest of my bench is kind of shit. It's fine. This week was beautiful. And y'all are not ready for the rest of the year. I'm telling you that. Signing off.
Sami, beautifully put. Congratulations again. I did inform Sami that Deebo was in fact injured right as he sent me that, which was a bummer for him. I'm sure to put a little damper on his mood. But nonetheless, Sami, winner of the week last week, topped the league in scoring with 171 points. He really beat down on Noto, who only scored 94 points, but we'll get into the recaps a little bit. Noto, 94 points, was not the lowest score. We have Team Twiz, who on the simulated predictions, 0-9, 0-9, 0-18 to start, been the lowest score for the 2 weeks in a row. Stern, someone who's always been in the playoffs, historically been in the championships. This has been your worst start to the year. Love to hear what you have to say, man.
Fellas, sorry for the delay. Just moved into my new beautiful luxury condo in Arlington, Virginia. But that's not why we're here today. We're here to explain why Team Twiz, for the second week in a row, scored the lowest amount of points. And I think it is because my team sucks. Mark Andrews sucks now. Patrick Mahomes sucks. Fantasy. Who else? Oh, Christian McCaffrey. Nowhere to be found. I don't know what's going on. The reports have been confusing, misleading to say the least. Thought he'd be ready for week 1. Wasn't. Week 2. Wasn't. Week 3, I'm going to assume he's not. Now he's on the IR. He'll be out for God knows how long. The other 2 Christians on my team might as well be dead because they scored 0 points last week combined, both of them. Nico Collins' only bright spot in the lineup, and Jared wants me to trade him to him, but I'm not going to. Suck it, Jared. To make matters worse, to switch up some of the mojo for week 2, I placed a number of wagers on my fantasy players, and it backfired. So that also sucked for me. But yeah, just really sad for Team Twiz so far. Hopefully we'll get it back together for week 3 and salvage the season.
Stern, beautifully put. I think this is the time that your season's going to turn around. He is referring to Christian Kirk and Christian Watson, who both really did not have good games last week. Christian Watson with a 0 burger. And yes, I was trying to get him to trade me Nico. Stern, I know you said no. We'll be in touch. All right, let's kind of recap what went on around the week. I already hit on the Sami Noto game. Not close at all. We honestly didn't really have any close games this week. They're all pretty mid, if I'm keeping it a buck with everyone. Sky beat down on Char, who's led by Godwin, Jalen, CD. CD didn't practice today, which was new. That's brand new news. Hope he's okay. If he wants to take the week off, it's not just because I'm playing Sky this week. Really want the best for him. Char, 106 points. Not very good. Not very good at all. What happened, Char? I think it was really, Josh Allen did not lead him. He only had 9 points. Just pretty mid all around. He only scored 106, which is, not too great. We had Omar after, being the best of the best last week, winner of the week. No video from Omar. Didn't have anyone. Top 21 points. Devonta had 20 on Monday night. Jack. Great week for Jack, 134. He was the third highest scorer last week after Logarithm and Stern. Anthony Richardson was not great, but James Cook really held it down. Devonta had a great game. Cowboys defense really let him down, but other than that, even Jerry Jeudy had a great game in his second flex. Trey McBride looking like he could be one of the top tight ends this year. We had Log and Stern. Stern we already heard from. Log, maybe he's a contender. Even without A.J. Brown this week, 143, good for the second highest scorer. Sharps was a great play in his second flex. James Conner's been awesome. I guarantee you that Kyle Pitts is finding his way to the bench in favor of Brock Bowers, unless, Logan, you want to trade him to me. Amari, not very good. You could use a wide receiver too, especially with A.J. Brown out. Jordan Mason was a great pickup for him. A-Kane looked great, but Mostert may be coming back this week. We'll see. Kyler looks awesome too. So Log's team is firing on all cylinders. We have Sean versus me. If it wasn't for Kamara, this is a different story, but Sean had Kamara. 44 points. It's going to be tough to beat someone when they have someone scoring 44 points. Honestly, the rest of our teams, both of them, pretty mid across the board. I only scored 111. Jaden Daniels with 13. Aaron Jones with 9, who fumbled on the 1-yard line, which was classic. Dobbins and Monroe were my only 2 people above 20. Mike Evans was not good. Colby Parkinson, who is that? That was obviously a mistake. Cooper Kupp obviously gets hurt. Saquon had a good game, but dropped the touchdown at the end. The Chargers defense is one of my better players. You're not going to win games scoring 111 points. We got to have a chat with the guys in the locker room. That is what it is. Sean, congrats on the win. I know you were down a bunch of players. You were down in Njoku, Love, and Puka. You still managed a way to squeak it out because that's what gritty players do. Okay, week 3. Let's get into it, fellas. Shall we? Shall we get into it? Okay, let me get my little keyboard set up so I can write the predictions and everything. Here we go, week 3. Man, I love doing this stuff. I'm having a good time. I got to make another video after this for my other league because I hold it down. All right, first matchup. I love this matchup on paper. I love it. Jack and Char. They're projected to be within a point of each other, 124 each, which seems low. Jack's team's been hooping low-key, not going to lie to you, and this is without Jamar performing. Anthony Richardson, Joe Mixon, James Cook, Jamar, Devontae, Trey. Maybe Calvin Ridley finds his way in the lineup. It looks like he has him in now. I think he had a good game last week. I don't think Jack set his lineup. It looks to be the same as last week. Char, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, Evan Ingram. You got Ladd McConkey in the starting lineup. All right, that's There we go. All right. Tajay Spears, not looking great. I'm surprised he's still rostering Caleb Williams. I'm sure he'll find his way to the bench. Jahan Dotson, that guy's a scrub. Yeah, Char's bench looks a little rough. Jaden Reed, not great without Jordan Love, but you're not playing your bench. You're playing your starters. That's what we got to look at. Ravens defense against Dallas. Cowboys defense against Baltimore. I'm very interested to see what they do on the defensive front. That's actually very interesting. You guys think I'm being sarcastic? That's very interesting to me. Man, Jack, one of the 2-0 teams. Crazy to say. Congrats to Jack. Versus Char. Man, the old commissioner. Char can't be losing to Jack. But he's going to be. He's going to be losing to Jack. Jack taking this one over Char. Lock it in. Sean, projected 132. Sami, 130. Sean's about a 2-point favorite. Sami coming off being the highest scorer last week. Let me refresh the page because ESPN is wonky. Sean picking up Baker off the waivers as QB with Jordan Love. That's a great move. Did that in my other league. I just played his team last year. I don't think Njoku's going to play. He didn't practice this week. I think he's trending not to play, which tight end is definitely Sean's weak spot right now. Justin Jefferson's definitely going to play, probably. Josh Jacobs is okay. Kamara's the RB1. Ramondre and Jerome Ford rounding out his team. Giants run defense, not great. Not great. Jerome Ford could be in for a decent day. Dak, Brees, David, Montgomery, Marvin Harrison, DK. We've already heard from Sami. We know his team. He's got Rashid Shaheed in. Debo's on the bench because he's injured, as Sami now knows. Man, this is going to be close. I've gotten both of Sami's games right so far. I've gotten none of Sean's games right so far. But I think that's going to turn around when Sami defeats Sean this week, keeping the hot hand behind Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors. Oh my God. Toilet Bowl Week 3. 0-2, 0-2. I think we have the only 0-2 teams. 0-2 teams squaring off against each other, which means we are guaranteed someone to start 0-3. We got Team Twiz, who we just heard from. Really spearheaded by Nico and Kyron Williams. Everyone else has been not great. He got Carson Steele off the waivers. We'll see how he does this week. I know they're going to be mixing up with him and Samaje Perine versus Noto. Noto. Lamar, Bijan, B-Rob, Pittman, Jameson Williams, JSN, Juwan Jennings finding his way to the starting lineup. Something I want to say just across the league. I love to see how active everyone is on the waivers. Keep it up. I love it. I love that it's a competitive league. Man. Can I pick them both to lose? I can't. It's going to be Noto. Has to be Noto. If it's not Noto, it will never be Noto this season. Okay. Log versus Omar. Omar, the self-proclaimed best fantasy player of all time, told me last week he was never going to lose a game. Has lost. He lost last week to Jack, just in case you guys forgot. Log, one of the 2-0 teams, looking like a wagon. He's got Rashad back in starting lineup. He's got Brock Bowers in instead. These are all the things that I expected to see. Maybe Rashad finds his way to the bench if Kenneth Walker's out, which would really benefit Log because Omar has Kenneth Walker. We'll see. Practice will tell this week. Maybe he's out another week. Man. Rashee Rice and Devonta really holding down for Omar. A.J. Brown missing time would be huge for Omar, which it looks like he's going to be missing time. Tyreek Hill obviously takes a huge hit with Skylar Thompson back there. That guy is not very good. I was wrong about Tony Pollard. He's looked great. He's the RB12 on the year so far. Man, I wish I could pick both these guys to win, but I can't, so it's going to be Log, because it's definitely not going to be Omar. Let me write that down real quick. Log over Omar. Okay. All right. Me and Sky. I am not projected to win here. I think this is the biggest spread difference we have. My team without Cooper Kupp is definitely hurting. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have J.K. Dobbins. Candidly, he was like my savior from my late round picks. I'm really, really hoping that Jake Ferguson's back, because if he is not, I don't know what I'm going to do at tight end. I'm probably going to have to play, who'd I pick up? The king of the gritty, Gesicki. Joe Burrow better dice up the commies on Monday is all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. But, yeah, Sky's team looks pretty solid on paper. Obviously, CD not practicing today is going to be a pretty huge indicator of how this game goes. Man. Here's what I'll say. Sky's team looks better than mine on paper, but I want it more. I think that I want it more, so I have to pick myself again. If I am wrong, we'll reevaluate our picks. We'll reevaluate where our head's at. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. All right. Well, thanks for watching, fellas. Pleasure as always. Hope you enjoyed the videos from the winner and the loser of the week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you.